Here we are in the trade section of our main outpost. And the way this works is that you have, this is basically a list of all the wares that your outpost wants to buy or sell, either with its own traders, if you have them, or other traders who are coming here. They are also bound to these rules, and you can click on add a ware, and then let's say or, and then it adds or. Let's add a bunch more. And then you have an import threshold and an export threshold, and the outpost tries to keep the stock level in between those two. So when it's below the import threshold, it starts to buy, and when it's above the export threshold, it starts to sell. And you can modify those with these with this button here, which can edit the mode how you transfer these values. So if the current mode is set at import, you are only modifying the import value. With the trade bar down here, you can just click right in and set a specific import level. And the home and end keys can set this all the way to the maximum and minimum. And you can also use the arrow keys, or just type the number that you want and then use the arrow keys to increment in larger steps. And when you want to modify the export value, you have to switch over to export, and then you can modify this value. You can also switch over to delete mode and then remove certain wares again. And since this is all very cumbersome to do for individual wares, for multiple outposts, you have this quick trade option. This is collapsed on default. If you click it, then it expands. And it looks very complicated at first, but all it does is when you click any of these, it's adding a bunch of wares to the trade list with specific settings. And this exists to make your life easier to set up trade for your outposts. And right now I basically want to sell all my mining output. I want to sell random loot that my looter is bringing in. I want to keep all the resources that I need for station production, for ship production, and for my factories. So I'm using the sell all preset first. This just adds all the wares that exist in the game. I should actually remove those lasers here because they are not supposed to be in the game anymore, to make this even simpler. But all you care are basically those wares here. And this preset here, sell all, it also respects certain things that you would expect. So for example, it would not sell the type of food that the outpost needs. The fruit, it has already set an export threshold so that the fruit stays in this outpost, which is what you want most of the time. Then I'm clicking keep intermediate factory resources. This just sets export thresholds for all the resources that are needed by my factories, so that the outpost doesn't sell them off to other factions. And then I want to buy fruit to secure a constant supply for this outpost. I want to keep the station crafting parts. I want to keep the ship parts. And I want a basic cash transfer. This sets the outpost account level to 250,000 credits. I had set it to 1 credit before, just to collect the tax income. But now we want to buy stuff. We are starting with the fruit. And for this, it needs money. So I need to raise the cash transfer. And I'm doing the same on the other outposts. Yeah, let's just do it this way. And then I also open up my outposts for foreign traders so that other factions can come to bring us the resources that we need or buy our stuff like the mining crystals. And then we assign like 3 traders to our main outpost and 1 to all of the others. So that we can always head out to buy food for the outpost.